Okay, hey there everyone. Today I have with me the DF64E, so I'm going to show you how to use the DF64E. Right over here, as you can see, if I turn, you can see that there is an electronic panel right here. Two features for the electronic panel. These two features can be set to anything that you want. So here, supposedly with the 1 cup, you get a single dose. Over here, you get a double dose for 2 coffees. You can set them however you like. For now, I'm going to show you how to do it manually. I've got my coffee ready over here. Got myself 18 grams of coffee. Now, I am going to grind that. So here's a few things about the DF64E. It is one of our grinders that comes with an electronic display for time dosing, okay? So in the DF range, this is the only one that comes with the electronic panel for your time dosing. For our Z models, you can see that they do have an electronic display for you to do your time dosing. The ZF64 allows you to grind by weight because it comes with an electronic scale that grinds out just enough according to weight. Right here, we're focused on the DF64E. So I've set my grind scale for this coffee at around 5. The scale ranges from 0 all the way up to roughly around 60. The scale is the shortest among the DF grinders, especially for the 64. However, you should be able to get fine grinds all the way up to medium-sized grinds, okay? Not too coarse. So this grinder is perfectly suited for espresso. You can get out filter coffee, but it's got to have like a stronger flavor. It's got to be a lot more muddy and, well, you can put it as extracted, over extracted. If you like a stronger flavor profile, you can try doing a filter pour with this grinder. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna grind it. Alright, great. So if you're very meticulous with your grinder, you take note that the 64E and P does not come with an anion generator. So you can do your RDT, right? So for the RDT, all you have to do is just done. Now before we grind, of course, I'm going to just clean this out a bit, get rid of any residue. There's not much there. So to turn on the grinder, instead of pressing the button right here, you just press the hand logo right here. That is for you to manually start your grinder. Now we're going to grind it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use the hopper. When it comes to using the hopper, it's slightly different from the single dose. Reason being is, well, the usage of the hopper, right? So I've marked it here. That's my halfway point. And that is because when it is being shifted, okay, let me just complete this up. Nothing else left. Great. When you're using the hopper, there's an additional factor to take note of, which is the weight of the beans, right? So when you remove this right here, just give me a moment, let me just top this up. Okay, now that I've topped it back up to this mark here, I'm always going to remember that I'm going to have roughly the same amount of weight, same amount of beans in this hopper, weighing on the amount of beans within the chamber. That's important because the weight being applied onto the beans here would affect how fast the grounds get grounded out. So if you apply more weight, definitely it's going to come out faster. If there's lesser weight than before, it's going to take a longer time. So you always want to bear that in mind when you're using the time setting. This zeroed in. Now let's just do a manual grind. Let's do roughly 5 seconds. Okay, great. I did 7 seconds. Let's see. I've got 15.3 here. This is a bit too much. So that was 2 seconds more. So basically, the beans went down in level, so I'm going to top it up again. So I'm going to put 8 seconds, right? I go over to this fixture over here, which is gonna, it's basically 2 fixtures. Basically the 2 features that you have here, the 2 different timings are just, you can consider it as 2 different features. So you can set it for different types of coffee that you want to make. For me, this would be for a single cup of coffee. That would be for 2 doses. So let's say I want to set this for 18 grams dosage. Then if I want to get out 36 grams, just be like, okay, sure, I put it in there. 9 and 18, sure. It's really up to you what you want to designate those 2 timings for. It doesn't have to be double the amount. You can, well, arrange the fixture however you like. You know, if your recipe calls for probably like 20 grams of the same amount of the same type of coffee, and then another recipe calls for 15 or 18 grams, you can set it respectively. That's up to you, it's your own discretion. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to teach you how to set the timing. So for this fixture, if you want to set the timing, let's say I want to go up to 8. If I press here at the 2 cups, it goes up. And if I long press, it goes up even longer. Okay, so I want 8. Go back down by a few. Great. Then if I want to save it, saved it. Now for the test. Okay. Grind in 3, 2, 1. $22. So I'll probably adjust it to 7.5. Alright, it's back to the same level. And hold this. Great. Hold this down. 7.5. Save. Oh. Great. Got a single dose of 20 grams, which is what I wanted. Okay. And now whenever I want 20 grams, I always make sure that it's at this level. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. So it's at that level again. I'm doing 20 grams. Great. Yep. 20 grams exactly. Okay. As you can see, using the phone, I'm recording it. 20 grams plus minus 0.1. And now the previous one. Is also, yeah, plus minus 0.1, 20 grams. So there you have it. Always remember that it has to be at that level that you put it at, because the weight of the beads inside the hopper determines the rate of flow of the grinds out and how fast and how much time you will require to grind them out. Keeping it at that level will make sure that it's consistent throughout. And yeah, that's the difference between using a hopper for the 64E when you're using the timed feature as compared to single dosing. When it's single dosing, it's different. You measure, you weigh it on your own, and it's manual, so you can keep track of the timing. However, it's a very rough gauge. It's best if you start dialing it with the hopper itself. So allow yourself probably around almost 100 grams of coffee, just to allow yourself to dial the range and to get the timing right. And as you can see, I ran through 4 shots without having to clean out the pin brush or anything. There's not much. There's actually no static retention whatsoever. So it is fine. This grinder can be used without you having to do RDT. You can, if you want to try and prevent the probability of having static retention. But as you can see right here, I can probably confidently run through four more grinds again. But just to be on the safe side, always practice your grinder hygiene. So what I would do is just put this out, bring it out. With the hopper, you don't really have a bellow to grind out and all the residual grounds in there, so that's fine. Just a rough clean would do, a few seconds, and that should keep your grinder going for a while without having any chokes or clogs. And that is how you can use the 64E. So let us know what else you want to see with the 64E in the comment section down below, or if you want to check out any of our other grinders and how to use them as well, let us know in the comment section down below. And yeah, oh my god, I did not know the light went out. But yeah, other than that, yeah, so hope you take away something from this and how to use your 64E grinder. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Ciao.